So what's your name and what are you running?
I'm Hayden, and I talk with ABC Link today.
Okay.
So it's pretty simple. It's just 3A, 3B, 3C.
Oh, and how many cards are you running?
52. You know, it's just enough. 2 gold, 2 silver.
Maybe you should talk louder, I don't know.
2 gold and 2 silver. Yeah, 2 gold, 2 silver gadget is, I think it's pretty standard. I tried 3 and 3, I didn't like it very much. So, 2 Galaxy Soldiers. There's 2 Transmodifies as well. I kept drawing the 3rd Transmodify, so I took it out. I don't know. 3 Gofu, because I'll play it while it's legal. 3 Lone Fire, 3 Orpheus Scorpio, and 1 Darling Tony Cobra to search Brilliant Fusion. And then just some one-ups.
For the Brilliant Engine?
Yeah, Snow Trick Clown and Tourmaline, because I don't have a Garnet. And then spells are pretty simple. Just 1 each of Grass, Soul Charge, and Foolish. Grass and Foolish both send ABC pieces if you're lucky enough. And Soul Charge makes ridiculous first turn boards.
And Foolish, you think the neg one's worth it because...
the neg one's worth it because you plus if you make ABC anyways.
Yeah.
So it works out. 2 Transmodify for the Galaxy Soldiers.
And how are you liking that?
I am liking it. Like, today's the first time that I've added that, and it's worked out pretty well. I made Infinity a couple times. Wasted some negates a couple of other times. It's worked out.
Okay.
And then 3 Brilliant, of course, which is like playing 9 Brilliant between those
pretty
two.
much. Busted for Link Summoning?
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. And then 3 Hangers, 1 Gateway to Chaos, 3 Terraforming, and 3 Set Rotation. So basically, again, I'm playing 9 copies of Union Hanger,
yeah.
which works out pretty well. And then 3 Call and 3 Back to the Front.
So you maxed out on the Revival Traps?
Maxed out on the Revival Traps. I mean, Oasis is bad, because it makes them worm so Union Hanger doesn't trigger.
Yeah.
But having them is nice because I can tag out in standby phase if I need to with Dragon Buster, without being afraid of Kaiju's. And summon it back to banish when I need to.
So what'd you play against today?
I played the mirror match in round 1. He was playing ABCs, but like kind of without Link. It didn't work very well. So I won somehow. I don't know how that happened. I lost to True Draco Zoo.
It's True Draco Zoo.
It's good.
What else did you beat?
I beat World Chalice.
Okay.
Because turn 1 he made a pretty impressive Firewall Dragon E board, and I think I had everything. Like I had Transmodify, a Field Spell, a Piece, and a Gofu. And I just like had literally everything I needed. And then the last round, I don't even remember what I played against in the last round. Oh, Mermails.
Okay.
And like game 3, I should not have won. I had Grass, but I milled like 12 cards, and none of them were anything useful. And I didn't see a field spell. I just had Snow, so I disrupted everything he did with Snow, and he couldn't get anything started.
Hello.
And then extra deck there's a lot of links. 2 decodes, a Gaia Saber, and 2 Link Spiders. The Gaia Saber kind of extends stuff because once you have decode, it's like the best thing to put down just below into the side of decode. So you have 3 link spaces instead of 2.
And do you think 2 and 2 of those links are enough?
You definitely need 2 Link Spider until we get Proxy Dragon.
Okay.
Proxy Dragon replaces these, and it also replaces this. So
okay.
I only need 4 links once we get that, but we don't have it yet.
And you never wanted 3 of either of those, right?
No. 2 decode is like more than normal, apparently. And I'm also playing an Emerald, so they go back if I need to.
So did you really need 2 decode between the decode and the Gaia Saber?
Yeah, because Gaia Saber doesn't really replace decode, it just adds to it. You don't want to put Gaia Saber in the extra monster zone, because then you still only have 1 link space. It doesn't really gain anything.
Okay.
And then you need 2 of these for the Gofu.
But
you need to use both of them.
But you're able to make like that many links at once, usually?
You can make both of these if you have a good first turn hand, especially if you have Soul Charge.
Okay.
But if you have like Brilliant and Gofu, then you can usually do it, depending on what your other support is. And then 3 ABC and a Seraphonite.
Best card in the deck right there?
Best card, absolutely. Nova Infinity, of course. 2 Soup, a Diamond Dire, and an Emerald.
Now, you're able to run Infinity because you can make links to open up your extra monster zones, right?
Yeah, so Galaxy Soldier is usually, like, there have been turns where I just turn 1, all I can do is make Infinity, but like that's still a pretty impressive first turn board, depending on what you're playing against.
Yeah.
You can negate Diagram, and hopefully they don't have anything else. But yeah, you can usually make it in addition to Decode Talker and ABC if you open with a couple of the combo cards.
Okay.
So it works out pretty well. Usually you can't make this and Infinity, you have to choose, or depending on what you have, you do one or the other. But I've had a hand where I can do everything. I think I ended with Decode, Gaia Saber, Infinity, Seraphinite, and ABC.
So it does come up.
It does come up. I think that
Making
I must
insane
have had
boards.
Soul Charge to make that happen.
Okay.
I must. It doesn't make sense for it to happen anyways.
So you think you definitely should keep running Infinity then?
Yeah, I like it. Like, it's the first day I played it, and it worked out nicely. It might go in and out because it does take up extra deck slots. I was playing a Missus before, and a second Direwolf.
Did you find yourself wanting those cards more?
Not so much the Missus. I've discovered that it's not as relevant as I used to be running Scapegoat, so it's still kind of in there from then.
Oh yeah, okay.
The second Diamond Dire does come up occasionally, but you usually just have to put it back with Emerald anyways.
Yeah.
And the 2 Souk, there are no regrets about that. Like, you basically need to have the 2 Souk. Because you can, if the Souk survives a turn, you can use its effect, then link with it, and then make a second Souk.
Okay. I mean, we're at 5 minutes, so like, do you want to do one combo? Any combos you can think of, or?
Combos? The combos are just endless. I don't know. It all depends on like what you open with, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Alright, that's fair.
If you see, it's really nice when you see a Lone Fire, because you thin the deck by 2. You just get rid of all the Lone Fires, and then you get the Scorpio play to summon Darlington. Usually you have a piece in hand and you're able to pitch the piece for Scorpio's effect. And like, once you have Brilliant, like, you're golden. You know?
Yeah, Brilliant just busts your hands.
Brilliant usually sends these, and you get Seraph. And like, Trick Clown will often, it's almost always Trick Clown unless you manage to open with Grass, and then Snow is usually more valuable. But like, Trick Clown is great, and then if you have a field spell, or like access to a field spell, which is like 9 different cards that can do that.
Yeah, you run 9 hanger.
Exactly. You usually search A, whichever piece you didn't send, and equip B, and then like, I found myself linking. If I have like a piece in hand already, say if I had B in hand, I kept it in hand, I linked C to A, and then you usually use this as part of your link summon. So you just pick whichever you don't want. Usually these 3. This would be your extra normal summon from Seraphinite, and that makes a Decode. And then you get the search. You get the search off of the special summon off of C. And if you have nothing else useful in hand, A can even add C back to hand. And then this Seraphinite, this Tsukiyomi is like the same as it used to be with ABCs, right? Because suddenly you have 2 pieces in hand and a piece in the graveyard, and you just make ABC off of that. So you have Talker, Souk.
Yeah, Decode, Souk, ABC, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it works out pretty nicely. You get basically the same combos as long as you have something to extend it.
Yeah.
Because like, before Link, you go Souk into ABC.
So that's why you run the 9 Brilliants and the 3 Gofus. They're all extenders.
Exactly. It's like 12 ways to make Decode Talker.
Yeah.
And it basically just makes you able to play the way you used to play before Link summoning.
Yeah. Have you tried Cockadoodle-Doo?
I have. I was also playing Photon Thrasher for a while. Photon Thrasher is still good, especially because it's a discard target for Galaxy Soldier. Cockadoodle-Doo is like not relevant yet. Once we get Destrudo, it's very, very relevant.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like, once we have Destrudo, you're basically optimizing it to make Ancient Fairy Dragon really, really
yeah,
easily.
definitely. It's
and that's
Ancient Fairy Dragon deck.
Exactly. But now, like, it's no better than Photon Thrasher.
Okay.
Until we have Destrudo.
Yeah, so don't even go the Ancient Fairy route until we have Destrudo.
Exactly. That's in my opinion, yes. I don't know. People might disagree with it, but it works pretty consistently like this. You have so many ways to access the field spell anyways.
Yeah, so you're 57, right?
52.
52, okay. So your 52 card deck is still consistent because you're 9 Brilliants and 9 field spells.
9 field spells.
9 ABCs.
9 ABCs, something like that.
So
and
it
then,
works.
Like, these extend stuff. These are great.
Yeah.
I'm just really eager for Proxy Dragon. Because once we have Proxy Dragon, everything happens really easily.
Proxy Dragon's going to be a power spike, and then Destrudo is going to be a huge power spike.
Yeah, well, we'll have Proxy Dragon along with Gofu, but I feel like Gofu's going to get hit before we get Destrudo anyway, so you might lose some power off of that. But Proxy Dragon's just insane. Like, if you have Hanger, a gadget, and I think any piece, which right now this does not make Decode Talker.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make anything.
But with Proxy, it does.
With Proxy, you go gold into whatever you have. Ideally, not C. If it's B, you equip C with the search. You have another piece in hand, whichever one you didn't search. and this just makes Proxy Dragon.
Yeah.
You don't even have to have. You need another piece in hand to be able to trigger C in the first place, but you'll plus anyways.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Like, this just makes Proxy
and you still
Dragon.
end up with another piece in hand.
Exactly, because C specials whichever one you didn't have on field.
And then B searches.
And then Proxy and A makes Decode.
Yeah.
And then you have ABC in the graveyard, just like that. And it's like 3 cards.
All right. Thanks for watching.